double, double, talk that trouble. Hex offenders in your bubble. Christian cackling, Shannon got receipts. Mean queen sweeping up the dead beats. Black nails, big laugh, side eye, deep cut. Name in the jar if you acting like a putz. Circle cast tight, mic in the middle. One wrong move, you a roast, not a riddle. They stir, they spill, they drag, they drag. Whole damn flock in the toe tag bag. Offenders, yeah, they came to fry your vibe. From the broom to the group chat live. Hex offenders, if you fake, better duck and dive. Hot tea pouring, can't survive. Hex offenders. Hex offenders. Hex offenders. They like that candle, talk that smack. Turn your soft flex straight into a clap back. Which tips hit list, laugh till they cry. Sweet on the real ones, cursed if you lie. Cauldron on boil, that gossip steam. Every bad ex get tossed in the cream. You did dirt, better hope they forget. Or end up headline of the episode's Hex offenders. Yeah, they came to fry your vibe. From the broom to the group chat live. Hex offenders, if you fake, better duck and dive. Hot tea pouring, can't survive. Offenders. Hex offenders. Hex offenders.
That never gets old. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm Christian Day. This is Shannon Marie Daoust, and we are hosting Hex Offenders. What's tonight's topic?
Letting your shadows come out to play.
Oh. Even we would find a way to exploit that. I was trying. Remember, that crazy Amarilla Moonbat Riri that's been stalking me for 12 years. She's good friends with this. He was presented, I think, at Convocation. That does seem to be the receptacle for whatever slithers down the drain. Cinti or whatever his name was, and I was trying to be nice. He's in a relationship with what the hell's her name? My husband.
Rachel?
Yes. Oh, my husband can't stand her. She was on the. She was on. Whenever she comes on the chat of WitchCon, she gets real bossy, fat broad. I don't know it's mean, and I'm fat shaming, but as long as I have this double chin, I can do it. And it's like black people saying the N-word. When you're fat, you can fat shame. But I know, but certain fatties have this sort of persona. When the stomach is down where the knees, and then the lungs are where the stomach used to be, there's a certain tone of voice that comes along. And she was on the WitchCon chat lowing about how we're all polytheists, and Brian's like, I'm not a polytheist. We're not.
Yeah, that's you. Why would you make a generalization like that?
All of us pagans are. First of all, we're not even pagan. Well, I hate that word. Smells like Tremunda cheese and patchouli and hot dogs. I don't always see eye with Lori Bruno, especially now that she's in her Trumpy era. But I always did love that she called them piggins.
I can see that. I can see that.
These fucking dirty piggins thinking they're in a black forest. I just don't like the smell of the word. But yeah, I think she stopped presenting because I had Z Budapest there. It always amuses me.
I was going to say, because I know you had her at Hex Fest too.
Yeah, but she's just
Yeah.
oh, I'm not doing events anymore, and there she is doing convocation. You know, that was the same thing Mangy did. Oh, I'm not doing events anymore, and then he tells Lilith how he was bullied out of my event 1 year after giving us an award for best festival. You know what? I like the haters more than I do the cowards. I really do. Like these ones that allow people to tell. Could you imagine somebody telling me where I was going to present? My husband might get away with it. Like he'd get away with it. Brian would get away with it. Lorelai might get away with it because she could punch me in the face. But outside of them, I don't know who would ever, like, I couldn't even see, well, Lori Cabot wouldn't try. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't say, I'm being comfortable at this thing. You know, like, nobody tells me where I'm going to go. I mean, they tell me to go to hell. It doesn't mean I'm going to go there. Yeah, no, I ended up unfriending. I'm just sort of done. I don't like these fake fatties. And what was the other one? So I was trying to sort of. I've always like had this weird thing, like maybe I could talk to this Amanda person and she'd come off of her crazy plateau, but I just don't. Now that I've seen her actually openly lie about me, you know, she's openly lied about me about things she knows are lies. So once somebody does that, it's like, well, okay, there's no redeeming you in my world. So I think we're just gonna, you know, ignore you. But at the time, I was trying to sort of win them over. So, you know, I hired Cinti to do this dark shadow, you know, shadow self work or whatever. And he had me buy this fucking retarded tea. I don't know, it came in little balls. It wasn't ginseng. I still have it in the cabinet. It was the most god awful tasting tea. So apparently, when you're dealing with the shadow self, you need tea. Is this? I don't know. Fucking no. It's just really irritating. Like, there's not. Okay, if you took out all the lies that people tell about me, and focused on my actual sins, of which there, you know, are the occasional. There's nothing you can say I'm not already aware of. Like, you could call me narcissistic. I mean, I don't think I'm clinically narcissistic. At least my shrink says I'm not. But you know, she also says I'm not on the spectrum, and I think Brian thinks I'm on the spectrum. So.
I have a real problem with the way people throw the narcissistic word around, because I see that all the time. You know, oh, he doesn't want to be with me, so he's a narcissist. No, he just doesn't want to be with you.
Maybe
That
you
doesn't mean he's
smell.
not.
Maybe you haven't massengilled. I don't
Maybe
know. You know,
he's
maybe the hoochie smell.
maybe he's just not into you, and that's okay.
Maybe
That
you went
doesn't
to
mean he's a
maybe you
narcissist.
went down there and puff came out. I don't know. You know, there's all sorts of reasons people could not be. But the thing is, I don't know. You see, you say I don't look jaundiced. I think this LUT file that I'm using, I feel like I look like my liver's about to give up. No, I ended up doing this absolutely ridiculous fucking session with him. And it was obvious, like, you know, these people just hiccup on the bandwagon. You know, like whether it's the word narcissist or, you know, abuser and all these other things. Like, I was physically abused as a child, not sexually. Nobody wanted me. You know, the priest didn't want, you know, I was never an altar boy. I thought about it for that reason, but I don't know. I just wasn't anybody's type. But, no, but I mean, these people don't know what abuse is, and they toss around that word narcissist like it actually means something. Now, am I just a smidge full of myself? Well, of course I am. Who wouldn't be? But there's
always believe your own hype.
Well, it's not that I believe the hype. I never believe the hype. I believe in the work. I believe in my talents. But it's also in part because I stick to what, you know, I'm not out there playing golf because I suck at it. You know, I sort of stick to these things I've proven myself to be good at, and then, you know, focus on that because, you know, then I'm going to look like I can actually do something. but I don't focus on what I can't do. Um, but and also, by the way, if people want to call in, uh, the URL is join.hex offenders live. That brings you right into the call-in queue, but you have to show your video. We don't want audio only, and that's only because somebody called in. I don't know if it's the first or second week, saying racist things, and I think they're less likely to do that if we can see them. We do have a special guest calling in, at around 9:30 or 10:30, whatever your time is. It's 9:30 or 9. It's 9:12 here. It's 10:12 where Shannon is. We're coming at you from different time zones.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
this
two different crescent cities.
well, so this guy had me. I don't know what kind of riri tea. That he had me drinking, but it was just so stupid. It was like, now embrace the, and it's like, find that dark place deep within. It's like, I basically have to peel back 1.5 at most layers.
Yeah, it's right there. I can see it.
If you want to find the hate, you don't. It's a little, it's like, I have to take, when I take the foundation off later, I have to prevent all the evil from escaping. So we haven't heard back. We haven't heard back about the bird thing yet. I am hoping that something comes of that. I will say that when we called, because we did make the report we said we were going to make. What was it? It sounded okay. So we emailed or whatever it was. Did you get anything back from the Fed?
Not so far. Yep. Not so far.
Because something's shuffling around over there. Oh, your microphone picks up everything. See, I have a unidirectional microphone, which is what you need to get because it doesn't pick up all the side things.
Okay.
You need a unidirectional. I probably have an extra one if you want one.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the ones from the store that I'm not using. Because the omnidirectional picks up, stuff going on outside. But yeah, so we submitted to the feds and we submitted to the Department of Natural Resources, and then we called and gave them, the number of whatever our report was. And they forwarded us, like literally, what was it, 10 minutes later that we called? And they already got our report. They already knew what we were talking about, and apparently got other reports before this.
Yeah, they were in no way shocked when we were on the phone with them. They knew everything before we could even start. We didn't even get into about a sentence, and they were like, we know all about this. We're aware of it. We've had multiple reports on it. And they were literally telling stuff back to us.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. I mean, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't want it to really take down convocation, but if it did happen, I'd be like, I warned you. I mean, I never pass up a chance to be right. I do have a feeling if they don't get their house in order, well, they apparently have this really retarded policy. We are not allowed to ban anybody based on whatever happens in the community. And I was talking to somebody from their board about this. And my husband's in the background going, I'm a coward. You can change your policy anytime you want. And if you're determined to, I very rarely, there was one guy I didn't end up having in Hex because he had so many women like going on about assaults and things at the time. And when I found out about it, I'm like, oh, I don't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. But it's so I don't necessarily hold these people accountable to what happens out in the community either. But, I also don't want any sewer rat that comes along to be staining my roster. We are kind of picky about who we allow to present. You there?
Yeah. I was reading some of the comments.
Charity, I personified my shadow in fiction and role-playing years ago. I just process them by being mean to people.
Well, regarding shadow work, I don't think everybody needs to do it. I think some people it's not beneficial to them. I don't think it's going to propel them forward at all. Other people, yeah, I think that they need to spend some real deep time with themselves and figure some things out. But I don't think it's something that everybody is required to do.
You know what I just realized? Did we do our little codes?
Oh, no, I have mine though.
I don't have one. I might have to. What am I going to do here? I guess I don't really know. See if I can log into. I don't know. I might have to get my computer in a little bit. One of the what? Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, because shadow work, the way that I understand it, and maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but the way I understand it, it should be used to break like toxic cycles. It should be used to stop like self-sabotage, different things like that. And not everybody has those demons.
Oh, everyone has those demons. They just don't. Didn't you ever see? No. I think it was Eddie Murphy, Raw. Is them salad-eating bitches that have the most skeletons in the closet. I just have the salad. I just have the salad. No, I hang my skeletons out on the clothesline. Why do you think? I mean, they have to make things up about me because they can't go and say, "Oh, Kristen did this. He has a misdemeanor from 30 years ago, whatever. He said that once." Or, "Oh my God." And it's like, it's not like I don't own it. So what are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are you going to say? Bring it. You know, but then they got to make things up. But then that often works in my favor. You know, I remember back in 2002 when Jody Cabot was telling half of Salem I was a child molester. And when they found out what it really was about, which was like a prank call thing, and so far away from child molester that, you know, what happened was where people might have thought the prank call thing was mean and they might have ostracized me, they didn't, because it was so much less than child molester. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the hyperbole of your enemies becomes a shield. If your enemies are willing to lie about you, but you actually did do something devious or dastardly, you can get away with it if it doesn't look as bad as what they're falsely accusing you of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It benefited me for years. Like the reality of me can sometimes be quite difficult to deal with, but it pales next to the lies. I've always sort of enjoyed that weird liminal space filled with shadows. There's some shadows here. I'm trying to get this to the right place.
Yeah. So some of us had to fight our shadows of childhood. I hope I pronounce this correctly. Is it Tabris Valentine? Am I saying that correctly? But yeah, especially us Gen Xers, most definitely. No one was coming to save us.
Yeah, we really are. I mean, I know
because they weren't didn't mean we couldn't do it.
I know they say it was the great generation. What was the pre-boomers? You know, the great generation or whatever. The one right before the boomers. But I think the Gen X, you know, we've got it. We're the ones. You know, because we're the, you know, we had to get the key under the mat, you know. We didn't, you know, we had to make the mac and cheese out of the box when we got home. Or, you know what I mean? It's just, you fended for yourself.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to look. Let me go grab, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab this book.
Okay.
Grab this book.
So, and back to shadow magic for just a second here.
For a minute.
So obviously it's really intensely emotional work when we did it. And I think that not only do we need to be prepared if we're going to dive down in there,
Say something.
but we shouldn't take it nonchalantly. What was that, Christian? And I think that's where a lot of things go awry as well, is people, because it's trendy. Okay, let's do this shadow work, and they're not in any way emotionally or even physically prepared to do it. I think that you need to spend some time leading up to it and make sure that this is the time for you to do this. And maybe it's not. Maybe you need to wait another year or two until you're in a different place or the planets align differently or whatever. I just don't think it's something you should jump into because it's on trend, or again, I know I always pick on TikTok, or because all the aesthetic witches on TikTok are doing it.
I just like bibliomancy this thing. I found something.
Yes, this is a really good point you just made again. I don't think it is a one and done thing. I think that it's something that needs to be revisited based upon what's going on around us, what our emotional state is, what's happening in our life, what things have presented. I hate the word triggers, but using that word, what triggers us to dredge something up, because we all know, and especially us Gen Xers, there's traumatic events that happen to us that we don't always remember until, oh my gosh, something sets that off in our mind, and we're like, oh my God, this really happened to me. And I do think it's something that needs to be revisited.
I don't forget a lot, but I also don't, you try not to dwell.
Yeah, you can't carry things around with you.
Trying to make it so that I look up more. Hello, everybody. What do you think? Does a T-Rex know they've evolved? Question. That sort of applies to me. I'm kind of predatory, not in that. I'm not a sexual predator, but I do like get out there and go for what I want, such as felonies in Michigan for people that handle birds they shouldn't have touched. I am dying to know how that turns out. I have gotten other tips, but here's the thing, you guys. When you go to the tip line, because we have, if you go to hexoffenders.live, there's a tip line where you can submit gossip and dirt, but I want stuff that like no one knows. Like somebody, why am I hearing this echo again?
It's not me.
That's weird. Hold on. Testing. Yeah, no, it is on. I'm not sure why. I've got this. I shouldn't hear it because I've got my headset buried into my head. Tell us about the unique statue on the right side. That it's you can't see it because it has a lamp. It's holding up a lamp, and it's from Design Toscano, but it kind of has a Hecate vibe. She's holding up the lamp, so to me it's Hecate, but yeah, I did some shadow work today with my therapist's best friend. Did you kill anyone?
Hi, Lauren. Oh, we've got somebody wanting to come in.
Oh yeah, well, Lauren's got her. I wish I had the cover. I put it up. I just did a blurb. She, when she did wholesale, before you took over the chords, she made the chords, and she's got a book coming out from Wiser, all about the Crafty Witch's Guide to Chord Magic, which is really incredible. We do have a caller. I'm assuming he wants to come onto the stage. So, hello, Mr. Wood. How are you? Can you see us?
Are you there, David?
We can't hear him.
Oh, me, David Wood? Yes. I didn't know I was calling in. I am so sorry. I
Hello.
just wanted to watch more of the episode.
Oh.
But I do want to say, since I'm on live, do your shadow work. It's necessary for every occult or witch or whatever type of person you are, please do your shadow work. I didn't want to be on air as anybody who, is an authority on anything. I mean, I guess I am in some ways, but please do your shadow work.
Well, I have a
Everybody.
question that applies to you. When you are working through your shadow self, do you, as a singer and musician, use your music, lyrics, and song in that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Tell us,
do.
tell us about that.
Well, my latest song, King Bitch, it's it's a joke, yes it is, but it's also something about me fighting against an industry that wouldn't accept me. So that is sort of a shadow part of myself that usually remained hidden and that I should have gotten in touch with a long time ago.
Well, I mean, I'm a trained singer, though I never did it as well, unless you count that I used to host karaoke, which was Stars for Drunks. But I do have that regret at times at my age when I see all these kids out there that are gay and they have music careers and all this. And it's like in our day, you could, I mean, I don't know how old you are, I'm 50, but, you couldn't have that. It just wasn't an option.
Right.
The most you could do is come out as bisexual, and that was only if you were at the level of an Elton John where, you're already so fucking rich and famous, it doesn't matter.
Right, and I did not accept that.
But it's hard, how far, nowadays you can go a lot further, but in that day, it is hard, to become, on the level of like, radio play, and you know what I mean, where it's
Yes.
actually,
Yes.
difficult in that generation.
Are you able to see me by chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. I look horrible tonight, and I just happened to scroll by on Facebook and see you both talking, and I thought, oh, well, this is interesting. Let's do this. And I tuned in as your lady friend here. I'm sorry I can't see your name or remember it, but you were talking on something and said, well, maybe these people didn't need to tune into their shadow self, and I went, what? And then you recovered yourself, which was a very good response as to what you meant. And,
Oh, okay.
I mean, the idea,
Mhm.
I mean, of what Shannon here, the names are here on the screen, by the way. You can see her name. The idea, I get where she's coming from. There's a scene in the movie As Good as It Gets, which is basically a movie about me, minus the race. It's totally me. No, because they're all going in the car to see the parents to get some money or whatever, and Helen Hunt and what's his name? Not Jack Nicholson, the other one that was a Greg Kinnear. And they're going on, and everybody's had some tragedy. Everybody's had problems. And, we've all faced tears. And Jack Nicholson comes up and goes, that's not true. It's not true. Some people have great stories, pretty stories about parties by the lake with boats and friends and noodle salad. Just nobody in this car.
Well,
He's
I
like,
mean,
what makes it, he said, what makes it so hard isn't that you've had it bad, he said. It's that you're that pissed that so many others have had it good. So that's
yes. I mean, but if you're talking about human beings as just a whole social group of people, we've had it good, we've had it great, we've had it hard, and some have had it horrible. But to each person, no matter what, they each have a shadow side. Shadow does not have to be something horrible you've been through. That's my perception.
So would you say that shadow could be something that you, not necessarily that it's bad, but something you've suppressed?
Most people, yes. I would say that.
I just realized that I don't even think my mic was working right.
I can hear you.
No, but I think I was using the wrong mic. I had it set to the cam link, which shouldn't even have a mic. I don't know what's going on there. So I'm wondering why I'm hearing some of this echo coming back.
I just wanted to explain to both of you as well that I am a third-degree high priest. So if you were to get to the wrong thinking about me or whatever, just let me know. I can handle it.
I don't know. I tend to think wrong.
No, we totally appreciate your input because that's what it's all about. Is like, let's look at the different sides of it. Like, let's talk about it. And again, let's have conversations and see where we agree, where we disagree, and see if you could change somebody's mind.
Well, I didn't know I was dialing in, so I do apologize for that.
Now, that is the thing. Thank you, David, for coming on. That is the thing that I'm trying to make sure people understand is that when you go to join.hex offenders, that's to call in. So I did want to see if Dina, I added you to the stage. Do you have a question, or are you just watching? Oh, okay. I'm going to remove her from the. Because that's not.
And Raven's here.
Yeah, no, that the join.hex offenders is only for calling in. I may have to take that link off and just send them to the main site so they can click to call in, because I think people are calling in that don't actually want to be on screen. But I am going to actually be on the screen. Wrote this wonderful book that he sent called Shadow Magic Spellbook by my friend Raven Digitalis. And David, I'm taking you. You should watch on YouTube. I've got to take. I don't have people watching in the queue here because it confuses me. It makes me think that they're there for the call-ins, because that's actually for the call-in. I've got to take that URL off the screen because
we'll have to change that.
I think people aren't seeing the part where it says call in via video to the hot seat. Call in means you're calling in. You want to talk. You want to be on the screen. Here we have Raven Digitalis, who's going to turn
Raven
sideways. You turn the phone. See how you look weird. You're vertical and the rest of it.
Should I be horizontal?
Yeah.
You want me horizontal?
Well. Oh, good. Well, just more of you. They think it's the stream. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm going to have to take that. I'll just put hexoffenders.live, and then if they want to call in, they can or submit to the tip line. You got any dirt, Raven? Raven's so nice. What dirt could he possibly?
Being a Leo, sorry.
Oh no, we welcome all forms of vanity here. Oh geez, I'm trying to she swears I don't look jaundiced. I did have to cream up my tone a little bit just now. I
was born jaundiced, actually.
Ooh.
Well, I was hatched, C-section. But.
So I didn't get to sift through your book, but I went to this. I just had the page, and now I've lost the page. I wanted to do a little bibliomancy. I said, what does this book need to tell me today?
And hello to David Wood. It's so nice to see you, buddy. It's been a long time.
Who?
And hello, Shannon, nice to meet you.
Oh.
Yes, you too.
And Christian, we go way back.
Yeah.
So I just had it. Wish I could find out.
He's bibliomancing my new book, Shadow Magic.
Yeah, but I lost the page. This was such a great releasing from social something. When people are bashing. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I think I'm just about there. Releasing public scrutiny. I'm going to read this because this was what I was meant to hear today.
Yeah, so there's 144 spells rituals in here for Shadow work. So that's a good one you found there.
It literally spoke to me when I opened the book. It opened to that. Humans can be viciously cruel. Not me. If you've recently been on the receiving end of social judgment, pick a day, whether in person or online, it's good to use a bit of magic to help release and transform those vibes before they take up too much space in your head. On a few dried bay leaves, use a black marker to write a word or short phrase that expresses how the scrutiny has left you feeling. Examples include judged, patronized, disheartened, I guess I'll add vilified, utterly hated. On the flip side of each bay leaf, draw a large X to indicate vanishing and releasing. With a black or white candle lit, go outside and carefully burn each leaf and place their ashes in a container with the herbs mullein and agrimony. Under cloak of night, deposit this mixture at an intersection that sees heavy traffic in the daytime. This helps disperse the energy and send it away for good. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does it not matter what color if it's black or white?
Because it don't matter if you're black or
See, I don't know. I'm weird about the colors. It's
Like-
the Cabot wit to me. It's like,
well, the black is preferred for releasing and banishing, but white is the preference for all purpose. That's how I see it. And then releasing those ingredients at a crossroads, like literally, like walking across the street or tossing it outside of your car. Then it's a more social environment because there's all these cars passing, all this interaction going on. So it's more appropriate than a graveyard's crossroads, I believe, for releasing social scrutiny.
I don't think there's enough spells in the world to help me. There's nothing in that. Well, I like the idea of the black candle absorbing all the muck you're trying to banish. Color. Uncle Birch asked why you. I've been trying to get you at Hexfest for years.
I just have never done public speaking, Uncle Birch.
I kind of pushed you into it, didn't I? I mean,
you helped push me into presenting. At which
yeah,
four times.
You didn't want to do it in the beginning, and I was like,
yeah, I wouldn't.
No, it's not an option.
So this is me doing shadow work now. I was talking to you guys and trying to get over camera shyness. And Christian, you've helped me a lot with that, I have to say.
Actually, that leads into something that I was actually going to ask you. My takeaway from the book was you presented the shadow magic more as empowerment instead of focusing on fear. And literally what you just said tied into that. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so the first chapter opens, of course, with internal shadow magic, internal shadow work. And that's where all the nitty-gritty about the traumas, the repressed things, the Jungian style of shadow work, many anxiety, fears, all these things, get into potential workings for those things. And then the next chapter is for interpersonal shadow work, like the spell that Christian read. It's for interacting with the public and dealing with other people's shadows. And so there's protection work. There are cursing alternatives in there, hexing alternatives, because I like to be very ethically astute in my view of what when I'm presenting it to others in that format. And then it goes into the shadow of nature, and then the fourth chapter is the shadow of the other world that deals with the ancestors and dream and astral projection and that kind of shadow work.
Oh, I see you got Kate Bruler. I would love to get her back at Witch. She doesn't like to do public things.
Yeah,
I would love to get her back at Witch. No, this is great. Well, I was just saying to you on the phone the other night that one of the things I appreciate about you, Raven, is so many of these authors are just churning out this reductive, derivative regurgitation of everything already out there. And, so when there's people like you that are creating content that, isn't what everyone's talking about. It's really refreshing because you don't see enough of that, and it's one of the reasons I haven't written many books. I wrote my one book because, if I think of something that just is unique or no one's talked about, I'll probably do it. But just I don't want to just have Christian's version of herbalism.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that everything you come out with. Who else was I saying that about? When I was on the phone with you, there was someone else I felt that had really done that as well. Michael Herkes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of his books are, really, unique and to him and his whole approach to things, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, I was talking to him on the phone the other night, and it was really nice to catch up. So it's nice to hear that he's doing well.
Yeah, no, he's keeps releasing books. He's going to be at Hex Fest this year.
Great.
Maybe one of these days I'll get
Mm-hmm.
Raven, what's a good way to distinguish between like healthy shadow exploration and getting trapped in trauma and just self-depreciation?
Well, I think therapy and meditation, medication sometimes. It just depends on the person. But when we do shadow work of any type, I think we need to be entirely honest with ourselves, humble as much as humanly possible or witchily possible, and just be honest about what we're going into. And like Krishna has helped me with, push the comfort boundaries a little bit in life. Don't have to go whole hog. You don't have to, go eat psilocybin if that's going to be too much for you. You don't have to, go and do ayahuasca if your spirit's not feeling it. You know what I mean? So we have to take things at our own pace, but also push our limits a little bit.
I'm afraid of those things. Could you imagine? Like, I just wonder.
I could not imagine you on ayahuasca.
Well, I'm just already so fucking insane. Well, there was this one time. I don't know. My husband and I were aggravating each other one night, and I decided I'm going to take extra gummies and just tune out. I'd never taken that many. I'd only started taking them at all a couple of years ago. My father was a pot smuggler, so I never really, my rebellion was to not be drinking or drugging or any of that. So I kind of got into that. And this particular night, I took 30 milligrams, and I thought I was dead. I kept just randomly appearing at the kitchen table, and then I was in my bed again, and I didn't know how I got back and forth to either place. So I'm like banging my head on what I thought was the pillow, and then realized I was still at the kitchen table. And Brian sort of screwing around with me, going, "You want some snacks?" And then he would repeat it. "You want a biscuit? You want some chicken?" And then like 20 minutes later, "You want some chicken?" And I'm like, "You're going to say that again. I know it. I can feel you're going to say." And I really thought, I finally got back into bed, and I thought, I'm in hell. Like, this is hell. This is the Jean-Paul Sartre, no exit sort of, hell is repetition. Remember that Storm of the Century?
Yeah.
Hell is repetition in our hearts. I think most of us know that. But I just was convinced I must be dead. This is my repetitive hell. And then it dawned on me, this can't be hell. The devil would never allow me 1,200 thread count sheets. And so that's when I knew that I must actually not be in hell. And then it started to wear off, but it was creepy. So I get a little nervous. I did a little more bibliomancy, and I came to the powering through shadow.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I can't do cannabis anymore myself, especially edibles. It's just not my constitution. Other things, yes.
Because I have been in this funk since I found out about my grandmother's online gravesite being desecrated, which was a bit upsetting. So I think over the last few weeks, my shadow's definitely gotten away with me. But then again, sometimes you have to let those things out to play on purpose. Like, in other words, it's a calculated, you're allowing the crazy. Because someone said that to me last night, one of my friends in the New Orleans covens, that, I don't know if you're crazy as much as he says you're calculated. I said, but it's both. Because you calculatingly allow, okay, I'm going to allow this much crazy to play out in the world and just not restrain it. It doesn't make it less authentically crazy. It just means you're placing a barrier there, where most people don't allow any of it out.
Yeah.
Or they allow too much of it out, or whatever. It's like the calculation comes from, okay, let the shadow out to play a little, which I've definitely done over the last few weeks, but it's come at a cost as well.
You got to keep it on a leash, on a lead. Yeah.
I've been very tired this last few weeks, but part of it might be because they put me on that Mounjaro. They switched me from Ozempic to Mounjaro, and then a month after that, they upped the dose of the Mounjaro. I don't know if that can make you tired. I don't know enough about
it. It does. That's one of the side effects.
Oh.
It sure is.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Then it's not just depression or something. Well, I also decided to lower my Lexapro from 20 to 10 milligrams, just so that I could be alone.
I got off of Cymbalta. I'm getting off of melatonin right now. I'm feeling more awake during the day after getting off of simple melatonin tablets.
I took, I didn't have melatonin last night, but I was trying to sleep, and I took extra, whatever this magnesium sleep gummy thing was. And
yeah, magnesium's great. I took that last night.
I know, but it's like the next day. And I got all the energy in the world.
Magnesium glycinate. Yeah, that's great.
So, Raven, when you were writing this book, what chapter was the most challenging for you?
Funny enough, the spirits, the powers that be, what have you, the muses kept on saying, let's not just look at in the nature section. Let's not just look at eclipses and dusk and Samhain and the shadow of nature in that way, or like dark magical tools, hoodoo potions, things like that. It was like, I just kept on getting the message, let's look for how to do shadow work at the neo-pagan sabbats. And I'm like, but those are solar. And so it took a lot of reflection. And then I was like, bingo, got it.
That's really cool.
So, like, for example, at Midsummer, the shadow work for that, where the sun is at its peak, which is, of course, coming up right after Beltane, is, I believe it's a knot spell, where I think it uses, 6 knots, 6 being the Kabbalistic number for soul.
Yeah.
Tying the knots at the peak of the sun, so that in the darker seasons, you put like a herb or flower or something in there, or a scroll or whatever you want. And then when you're in the darker seasons, if depression and the shit comes up, you ritualize it and you open that and you re-invoke what you captured at Midsummer. So that's a type.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I opened up and asked for another. Like literally every page I open to is like tailor-made. Out with the sucky and in with the lucky. Basically, if you've been feeling particularly misunderstood lately, which is basically. So tell us a little about that. It's like how this shadow magic interacts with it, because everything I keep opening up to is less internal and more about what's going on out there. The people are saying about you.
Well, you keep opening to the second chapter is why.
Oh.
And so that's the interpersonal shadow chapter. The first one's all about the inner work. And then it shifts to the interpersonal. But it makes sense with the bibliomancy, because you deal so much in the public sphere that your spirit would be drawn to open to that particular chapter, because it's dealing with the public and or not dealing with the public. And by the way, I brought this out. Thanks for blurbing this, doing an endorsement on my Gothic Witches Oracle review.
Is that one that I blurbed? I can't.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Getting old. Elvira said, "Can we get this book at Hex?" I don't think so yet, but we are going to be ordering from Llewellyn this coming week, I think.
Yeah, you can get it wherever books are sold.
Yeah, so I'll make sure that I have it. But you know, I'm okay if people go buy it on Amazon sometime.
Or
It
you
is
can buy it
amazing.
from me, or you can order it.
Yeah, order from him, and you can Raven. You can get it signed. No, I mean, we sell a shocking amount of books, given the fact that you know it's discounted on Amazon. But I think people trust the curation. You know what I mean? And we are kind of. I mean, we have a lot of different books, but I do try to curate. You know, you have to do a lot of that with the Norse stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like I really have to ferret through it to make sure it's not coming from some racist perspective or something, you know, and I am cautious about that because, you know, we've had people in Salem carrying some of the most racist books that are out there. And, you know, it just, I don't want to repackage white supremacy as witchcraft for the world.
Oh no.
And that's a tough thing when you're in Salem and New Orleans. You have an added accountability that you don't necessarily have as a witch shop somewhere else, because you've got so many tourists that, you know, it's, if you have an occult shop, you know, yeah, you're going to get your non-practitioners that are just looking for a reading or something. But in Salem and New Orleans, it's so much more amplified. You know, so many tourists just want to know what a witch is. And so you have to be so careful about what books you're putting there so that, you know, people are, you know, if they buy your book, you know, it's going to improve their life. But, you know, some of these books out there are going to make people worse people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, anything that, you know, puts us above somebody based on race or color or ethnicity or any sort of thing, I don't want anything like that. I don't like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it means you have to do it for research.
And it's happening on the other side too. You've got like hoodoo books. So like if you're not, you know, if you're white, you can't do this. I don't have that either.
I know. Yeah.
I don't really want to have things that are dividing us all, and you know, telling us what we can do and who we can pray to. But you know, I want to elevate the conversation so that it's people developing themselves and not just hating on people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not to sound fangirlish, but I think I've read all your books, and one of the things that I notice is a lot of times you bridge magic and psychology in your books. And so, do you have a background in psychology?
Mm-mm.
No, you're just educated.
Shocking, but isn't that shocking?
A background in anthropology.
Okay.
Cultural anthropology specifically. But you know,
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We've always had a very powerful sense of empathy and understanding as long as I've known you.
Yeah. So my other book series is on empathy from. I always bring out my books. So this is the one for everyone, the everyday path. It's not the occult one. But Christian knows the occulty one, which is my favorite book that I've ever written, still, is Esoteric Empathy.
I still sometimes make fun of the empath thing. I gotta be. I mean, the ones, you know, these people on like, I'm an empath. And they don't know how to shut it off. And they're like, I don't know how to shut it off. And I'm like, the most basic training.
Tell them to read my books. Yeah.
Let me ask you, like, what do you think about these ones that say, I don't know how to shut it off?
Well, we can all, if we have a baseline that's very empathetic, no, you don't shut it off, but you learn to manage and mitigate it, just like with any personality type or whatever. And so that's what I explore. You know,
well,
right.
What about from the, you know, Julie Cabot looks at a lot of this from a very science angle. So there's in other words, if the energy's coming through a certain way, like in her case, she would talk about the pineal gland in the third eye, or the the solar plexus chakra and how information comes in that way. And, so as you learn to use brainwave technology and biofeedback, which is her approach, to actually manipulate and control the flow of information, well, yeah, I get it's harder with emotions than thoughts, I think, but I still think we can do that. It sort of annoys me when people just act like they're in this wilderness of empathness that, they can't control at all.
Used to lean into victimization, especially for empaths, because we're very sensitive and can be very vulnerable and malleable and depressive and all these things. Sure. And it is still our responsibility being highly empathic, and everybody has empathy to different degrees. It's just, if our empathy is just like with psychicism and mediumship and all these, if it's turned up high, then we have to learn how to process those emotions through, do magic and exercises, even little things like clapping or take a shower, splash your face, jump on the earth, quick things, wear black tourmaline, do things to help mitigate that and work with it just in the moment.
Now, Carlos Outs mentions the encephalographs of fun and something. I bought this thing called the Muse. I haven't really used it much, and it's up in Salem, but it's a headset that's supposed to measure the brain waves. And you can actually test it and see that you're relaxing. And there was a third-party app that I bought to go with it that actually showed the brain waves and that you could increase the alpha waves. I mean, the misunderstanding about alpha, the way that most people talk about it, is you're in alpha and you're now generating alpha waves. Well, in reality, you're always generating all four of alpha, beta, theta, delta. But when you look at the waves on the screen in this app for the Muse, you're seeing that there's a greater preponderance of the alpha waves when you're in that relaxed state. So I do think so much of this ties into the physiology as well. And that when we learn to master that, always the tough thing, but when you've mastered that, you do come, the mind, body, and spirit sort of connection. I want to bring another, we're not throwing you off, but we're bringing I'm guessing she's a caller, if I want to call her that.
Lauren, yeah.
Hello, Miss Lauren Moore.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
Turn your phone sideways. On your phone side.
How's it going?
It's fabulous. Thank you for giving us that person from the park service or what have you to tell us.
Oh, yeah. Ranger Bob.
Ranger Bob said that they were, what?
Red-tailed hawk.
Feathers. Oh, yeah. Shannon says that's really big in Detroit. Is it big in Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah, don't pick up feathers, Raven. They'll get you.
Yeah. You'll get in trouble for that.
I never knew any of them. I mean, I don't really pick up feathers because I always think they're going to have lice in them or something.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these witches that runs around picking them.
All the little lice were crawling up my arm.
Yeah, I get a little nervous about this. Did you have a question?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
you told me to call in tonight.
Oh, okay. Just call. Well, that's part of this.
I love I bet you're a great cook.
What is it?
I bet you're a great cook. I love your southern voice.
Oh, I am actually.
I bet you are.
Yes, but she's got to turn the phone sideways.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that way we all. Yeah, see, it looks better.
There.
No, Lauren makes really nice. She made our chords for years and is an artist, and she's got the Crafty Witch's Guide to Chord Magic.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Congrats on that.
Thank you. I'm like you. I don't like to get in the camera.
Well, we can talk about tips, and and please say hi to Erin at Wiser for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Who?
Judy.
Yeah. Yeah, she and I. Well, her daughter does editing, so if I ever need.
Oh, she's great too.
She's Judy.
Yeah, I'm just not taking any more books at the moment. I'm just. Other than Lorelei's, I've got to get back. It's hard to have so many focuses. Now I've got
I'm trying to write my second one right now too. I'm not going to tell you what it's about though. I have to wait.
Excellent.
well, it's good that they want a second.
Yeah.
You said publicist Erin is Judica's daughter.
No, it's Ray.
No. Rachel is an editor, and that's Judica's daughter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, at some point I'll need her because I really do want to get back into the publishing. It's just I've been so burnt. This has been a hard year, you know, and so I'm really trying to focus on the center.
Alchemize it into art and writing. That's shadow work itself.
If I have time to write, I would like to do a book someday. I've got to get everything back on track. I managed to get, you know, someone that worked for us, you know, didn't correct our internet, and we overpaid to the tune of like $8,000. So I'm in the process. I emailed them today, and they're still making the final whatever to get me my 8,000 or whatever it is that they're trying to get. Just been horrible. It's been a terrible year for tourism. It really, really has.
Well, that's everywhere. It
that's
really
everything.
is.
Yeah, New Orleans is worse though because of all the construction on the streets. So it's been, you know, I've had to really focus on, you know, keeping heads above water, and you've got to read your book at Mike night. It's Mike night. I don't know what she's asking.
I just want to jump back. We started talking about the empath oracle, and you explored a lot of intuition and sensitivity in there. So, since you wrote that, has that evolved for you at all, or are you still kind of in that same opinion?
I'm sorry. Opinion about
you explore intuition and sensitivity. So, and I totally see the correlation and where you went with that. I just wondered if that has evolved at all for you since you wrote that.
intuition and sensitivity.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I still feel like empathy is emotional psychicism. Yeah.
Okay.
And just like with psychicism, and just like with mediumship and different things, we can't believe every single thing that pops in our mind or our bodies or our emotional bodies or intellect, whatever. So, you know, discernment is very good, and taking a step back.
That word. I like that.
Yeah. And it's so funny, Lauren, that you hopped on right after we talked. I don't know if you heard about my cord spell.
No.
Yeah, we
I
just
didn't hear it.
Oh,
I think I was waiting in the thing. I was trying to get logged on, so I probably missed it.
And so your new book is called
Cord Magic, The Crafty Witch's Guide to Cord Magic.
Yeah, see look at this synchronicity, because I just mentioned the midsummer.
I'll have to check that book out.
So the midsummer spell in this is a cord magic spell about capturing the midsummer sun and releasing that energy. When you're down in the dark season.
Oh yeah. I'll check that out.
Yeah, I'd love to see yours too.
I have a ton here right now.
What's that?
I said I have a couple here.
Oh, I haven't seen the cover yet.
Oh, here it is.
If you don't mind.
Oh, where's it at?
You're going the wrong way. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah,
I took that picture.
I first learned how to make those in Witchcraft 2 with Lori Cabot in 1990.
Huh.
That's a big part of the Cabot practices.
It is, yeah.
Of course.
Beautiful.
I just kind of Christian started me off on them, and then I just kind of went off on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you had a thing in there I noticed about the feathers.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you tell people?
It tells all the folklore associated with feathers, and I also have the law in there that you can't mess with the feathers. I do use one spell cord with a crow feather and one spell cord with a the seagull feather, and both of those I've noted in the book that they came from other countries. Because you can sell crow feathers, but you have to say you bought them from the EU
Oh,
on everything you sell because they're illegal to get here.
I didn't know that. I mean, I have that stocking Sean made me 1,000 years ago, but no, I lost it.
Oh, you never found it?
No, it's probably somewhere. It really bums me out. It was the most powerful piece of magic I own.
Maybe it fell behind something.
I don't know, but anytime I put somebody in it, which is extremely rare, it does what it's supposed to do. Let's just put it that way. That's why I've only used it 4 times, because it's so scary. Literally, it's just the darkness. Talk about the well, I remember this one year, none of us had any money, and Sean decided to make everybody these. Sean Poirier was my best friend. Died about 20 years ago, but he made all these Christmas stockings. He called them grim stockings, and he made one for Laurie Cabot that was all chess pieces and chessboard design thing. And then another friend of ours, he did one with herbs on it. And I get this creepy thing called Hecate's Jewel, which is basically a justice magic sort of thing. And you prick your finger and put 3 drops of blood on the garlic clove, and then put the name or whatever it is in the stocking. And it was going to say that thing worked really well. I just to find out what I did with it. Probably buried somewhere in one of the shops. I think I brought it in at one point to show it to you or have them take a picture.
Yeah, you had them take pictures and send them to me.
Right, which means...
And that's probably when you lost it.
Right, which means God knows what so-and-so person that I don't want to name did with it. God only knows where it disappeared to, but I would like to find... Well, people are probably afraid of me having it. I mean, seriously, anytime I put people in there, things have happened. You have to be just, though. When you're talking about justice magic, something I remember many years ago when I first opened Hex, somebody came up to the counter with, I don't know, a Lady Justice 7-day candle or some sort of thing. I got to win in court. Would this help me? And I said, it depends. Are you guilty? You don't call on the gods of justice unless, either you're innocent or, let's face it, very rarely is somebody 100% innocent in a matter. There's always accountability, but, and know that, you know what I mean? Because if you call on Ma'at or one of these other justice deities, you want to talk about needing to be self-aware. You need to know what your complicity is, because if you're, say, you can really self-aware and be aware of the fact that, I probably contributed to this about 10%, because you're going to be getting that 10%. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, okay, let me bring in the justice god, well, they're going to mete it out evenly and fairly, because that's what they do. So you have to make sure that your culpability is something you're willing to take the blowback for.
Yeah,
True.
Shadow work. Gotta be totally honest with yourself in any kind of shadow work and with magical work in general, really.
Well,
I did shadow work today with my friend that's a psychologist.
I mean, we're all where that echo is coming from, it's driving me crazy. Is everybody else hearing it?
I can hear it.
I just don't know. See if I turn testing. Yeah, it's not coming from any of you. Testing. It's not coming from the boot. I don't know. It's like there's driving me crazy, and I don't know how to stop it. I have mix minus on. Or do I?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I don't know what's going on. That's really annoying.
Pretty faint.
It just drives me crazy. I don't know why. I've got. Anyway, no, I think truth is huge in magic. I mean, as witches, we do. I don't have a Bluetooth. That's the thing. I'm on a hardwired microphone. I can't understand how it's picking anything up. Let's see. Testing. Yeah, it is somebody's out there. I was turning down the wrong thing. When I turn down the USB, I no longer get it. But it may not be you because you don't like. Basically, if people call in without a headset, it does sometimes cause a little bit of echo. But the mix minus should take care of that, and all of you have echo cancellation. So next week we're going to have to test this a little more. Actually, I can't do next week, Shannon.
Oh.
Alexandrian interviews at the house. So the yeah, I don't know. It's something on your. We'll have to test this next week because it's driving me absolutely nuts. And I am hearing myself back. So when we speak, you know, if you don't put the truth out in your words, how can you expect the universe to hear you in those words? You know, if I'm saying, you know, casting a spell saying, oh, I want to buy this building, and I want the universe to believe I deserve this building and I want to buy it and I'm going to buy it and I'm going to manifest it. But if I live in a place of dishonesty where I can't even trust my own words, you know, how can I expect the universe to listen? I am on headphones. You just can't see them.
That's part of the issue that I feel also with being like, I am a millionaire, I am a billionaire, I am completely free of anxiety, or, you know, like fake it till you make it kind of affirmations, because unconsciously in the shadow, your brain, your psyche's like, no, you ain't. Like, and then it just nullifies the magic and makes it frivolous, is how I feel.
So Shannon, everyone's echo is coming from your end.
Okay. I don't know why.
When I mute you, it stops. Did you restart your computer?
Yeah. Huh. I don't know what could be causing it.
Are you sure you have your headphones set to the thing for your audio?
Yep.
I don't know. We've got to figure that out, Shannon.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to be.
You're driving him nuts, Shannon.
No, it's really. And you've got echo cancellation on. I don't understand.
I don't either. Yeah.
I just
Doesn't
turned on.
make any sense.
I turned on reduce mic background noise. Let me see if. Oh, it's terrible. I don't know what's causing it. Well, why don't you talk, and I'm gonna screen share into your computer and see what I can find out.
Okay.
No, but it is. I can't.
Okay, so actually, I'll ask both of you this question. We'll start with Raven. If I don't know if you're working on something currently, but if you were to write one more book today, what book is it? Do you think the magical world needs right now?
I guess another.
The one that I'm going to be writing next, and I can't tell you what it is.
Yeah, I have a couple in the ether that are trying to come through, and I can't say what they are either.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I get it
You don't
because
want to
you know
give
how
your
it is.
secret
Somebody will
away.
steal it. Yeah.
Yeah, just more focus on empathy and compassion is just where I vibe with, and yeah, humility and support. And fighting against fascism. Like, look at this book that my sister-in-law just gave me. Lessons from Cats for.
Let us know how it is.
It's a little one. It's so far so good.
Oh, I see what the problem is. You're coming in from Safari. You can't.
Oh,
Cannot use Safari for this.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a StreamYard app you can get too. That's what I'm on.
Oh, I use it in Chrome. I didn't know there was an app.
There is for guests.
Hold on.
Where did she go?
I'm reloading her on Chrome. You cannot use Safari.
Yeah, I've had that struggle too with some interviews, and that's why, yeah, it was just too much.
Okay.
You're better?
10,000 times.
Okay.
Not
I
use
can't hear
Safari.
anybody. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you, Laura.
Yeah, we can hear her.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put her back on. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I've went deaf.
Is that better?
Well, she's not muted. And can you hear us, Raven?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, just reload. Here, I'm going to, Lauren, reload.
You got to sign me in on StreamYard on because I can't see any of the comments or anything right now.
Oh, okay. But can you please not use
Yeah.
Safari? That's a huge problem.
Okay.
Well,
Right back.
talk while I'm doing this because I'm going to have to log back into your computer. Miss Luddite over there. It's like,
oh my goodness.
well, let me on the screen and you got to let me on.
Oh, sorry. I thought I clicked it. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Christian's
That'll
there.
work on my computer. You know, I actually for real was a real DJ. I used to be on the radio, and I used to be really good at all of this. And again, saying my age, things got away from me in the technology field, and so yeah.
1970s, 80s, 90s radio station like no other, but with the new technology, I'm afraid that I need to get a little more clued in. So
Give me a second because
yep, you're fine.
I would just talk to people because I'm able to.
I can only see you and I, Christian.
But regarding shadow work, and I think that we're definitely having a pretty good, healthy conversation about it. I think it's probably more necessary than ever in today's world, and I think that. And again, these are just my opinions. I think that a lot of us have become disconnected from our authentic selves because we see what's on Instagram, we see what's on TikTok, and we're so often chasing and trying to capture or emulate what someone else is doing on social media, or we see the quote unquote aesthetic that they're bringing forth. And I think along the way, we've become disconnected from who we really are. And I think that's a place where shadow work definitely is an important role. Is we need to get reconnected with who we really are, because I think some of us have lost that along the way, again trying to emulate what we see on the internet.
Yeah, when the paradigms shift like that, what becomes the new normal? Yeah.
Right now, you're going to have to just read you won't be able to put because I don't.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Just you've got to do this stuff with me before we're on the air. Hold on.
So, Shannon, I can't see you on my end.
Okay.
That'd be
I
good.
can hear you.
Mercury's not even retrograde. No, you can't.
No, aren't we right now in a period where there are no retrograde planets?
I think that's right. Yeah, still. Did you say you can't see me?
No, I can see you.
You can't. Okay. Weird. Okay. Well, I hear your lovely voice. Oh, wait, there you are. How you reappeared like a witch. How materialized. It's just tobacco. I mean, weed's legal here too, but like I said, I just can't do cannabis anymore. I did for years, and that helped lifted some of my first veils of reality as a young witch. I'm ever grateful to cannabis medicine. Sometimes, I'll do CBD isolates, and that's very helpful. But and I honor those who use cannabis medicine. But yeah, it's just so interesting how different things vibe for different people in their magical work and personal life and spiritual work, things like that. And some people vibe most with no external substance at all.
Yep. And that's what, I know I pick on TikTok all the time, and I really don't hate it. I do think that it can be
a useful tool, but
I see so many witches on there that, this is my altar, and it's all aesthetic. You look at it, you're like, okay, well, you're not working anything. You're not reaching out to any there's no magic happening here. You basically are creating a photo shoot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very true. So now on my end, Shannon, I hear you echoing about 14 times.
Oh, really?
I logged into her machine.
What's going on?
Is that better? I'm not going to be able to fix this. Shannon, you've got to take my direction.
Yeah.
I know, but I've said multiple times we can't use Safari, and it just, we can't, because that's what happens.
Are you on a phone, Shannon?
No.
Okay. So I don't know.
Echoing?
Or I think it's an iPhone app for StreamYard. There's Lauren. Hi.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Hey, girl.
I'm not hearing any echo from anyone.
Shannon,
Okay. Test.
I want to hear you.
Test 1, 2.
Okay, that sounds good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we hire somebody to go in and help? It's just there's.
It's fine right now, Christian. We're good for right now.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Stop stressing. Calm your shit.
Shannon, you're being tedious.
Yeah.
Christian's just being a Capricorn. That's why.
What is your rising, Virgo?
Actually, it's Capricorn.
Mine is Virgo.
Mine's Libra. I'm a Leo sun, Pisces moon, Libra rising. How about you?
Gemini sun, Capricorn moon, Virgo rising.
Shannon, text me your email so I can add this.
Yeah, happy almost birthday.
Yeah.
Text me your email so.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I know it's some weird Wi-Fi password thing I can never remember. Like MT95 something at something.
Now he's going to
And
drive himself nuts
yeah, so
trying to get it fixed.
so while they're doing that, I'll just shamelessly self promote, and you should too, Lauren.
Oh.
That's my Leo will come out sometimes. So if anybody is interested in a professional tarot reading, Reiki session, or I should say, or Reiki session, and or a customized spell kit where I send you a scroll printed out on parchment paper with the ingredients after consultation. This is all under my website, ravendigitalis.com, and then you click on services for those items. So my mentor has been like, self-promote, and that's what I'm trying to do. Yep, new book, Shadow Magic Spell Book. And Lauren, can you give some information about how folks can reach you?
Yes. When my book releases at the beginning of July, Wiser's going to do a giveaway with the launch. And whoever wins it gets this handmade cord, moon cord.
Wow. That's spectacular.
With a copy of the book.
Holy crap. That's so beautiful. What's its purpose?
It is a lunar deity cord to honor the lunar deity. So I have all different lunar deities on here. I have some blue moon water, and all the tarot cards associated with the moon and psychic intuition.
Wow.
And it's for being able to clarify your psychic visions, your dreams.
Beautiful. I want to win that. How do you sign up?
I don't know yet. You'll have to watch Wiser.
Oh.
So I am about to put a code in the chat. Just a moment.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so people just roast us, please.
Yeah. I can't see it either.
You should be able to. There's a button there for it for people that call in.
I see the little chat button, but it doesn't. Oh, okay. I see comments. There it is.
Okay.
Good comments. Thanks, guys.
Oh. So Shannon, you should be able to log in with the special code.
It still hasn't sent it to me.
It should email it to you. But yeah, no, there's no Safari involved.
Okay, yeah, I promise. I've made a note.
Oh, it was making me insane. Because it's like you're hard to hear your Safari involved.
Alpha.
Now
I promise. I've made a note.
And I need to finish my tarot cards I'm making too.
Now it's echoing again. Oh, now
I promise. I've made a note.
And I need to finish my tarot cards I'm making too.
Now it's echoing again. Oh, now
I promise. I've made a note.
And I need to finish my tarot cards I'm making too.
It's echoing. So
it's echoing again. Oh, now it's
I
echoing.
promise. I've made a note. I don't know where he went.
Trying to get rid of the echo.
Okay.
Making me fucking insane. So I need you to come on an hour early next week. Oh, because it's always you. It's never anybody else.
I know it is. I 100% take responsibility.
Is it fine now?
I don't hear anything.
That's because the bitch muted us.
You're not muted.
There, now I'm not muted.
Lauren's still muted.
Oh. Okay. How's that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't hear any echo, thankfully.
Yeah, you were echoing for about a minute straight there. That was amazing.
I can't hear Raven.
Really?
Can't hear me?
Or
Huh?
Shannon.
Huh.
I'm deaf again.
I don't know why.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Can you hear anyone else?
I can hear you, but no one else.
Not me.
Hold on. I don't know. I've desperately been trying to solve this. Can everybody else hear everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
since I don't have a way of solving it, I'm going to have to take you off because there's
All
nothing,
right, I'll be back.
there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? Like this stuff is very hard to tech support when we're actually online, which is why
Right.
this stuff has to be solved in advance because it absolutely makes me insane.
Just don't get attached to it, though. It sucks, yeah, but you can't get attached to it, right?
Yeah, but I can't. It's impossible for me to have a conversation when I can hear myself echoing like that. It's impossible. So I added you back, Lauren. Can you hear everything?
I can hear.
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear
Can you hear
you.
Okay.
Yes, I do need a live. Well, I really don't, because as long as it's literally her, like nobody else. There's always whatever's going on in that room. In fact, I'm willing to bet you wouldn't have needed a headset if you were on Chrome, because the echo cancellation doesn't work in Safari.
Oh, I see.
So that's part of what that would have been.
Okay. Well, we'll fix it next week or the week after.
So I am about to put a code. It can be used 5 times by the first 5 people that use it. Just forgot to look at that. You sent me one. What does your code do?
It's 25% off for the next 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
That's
And however many uses?
Yep. No limit.
So basically, mine's till May 4th. Basically, we pay people to listen to us. So we really want to encourage people to listen on YouTube, which I notice most people are, because we will only give out discount codes on YouTube chat, meaning you won't see them anywhere else. So my code, which I'm about to post, is for 30% off until May 4th at hexwitch.com online ordering. And I just sent that to the YouTube, and that can be used 5 times. I think hers is unlimited.
It is, yep. It's good for
nice.
48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah.
And this is for darkcandles.com.
Correct.
Dark.com, you said.
Yes.
Ooh. Now I'm intrigued.
She makes all the candles for Hex.
Oh, awesome.
And all the incense for Hex and
Yep.
And now she makes the spell cords.
Yeah. Lauren, turn them over to me.
Now it's sort of annoying. I see these like discussions on some of the Salem tourism groups and New Orleans tourism groups, and that like sometimes they'll like talk about our shop like everything's from China, and it's like they have no idea like the level of which stuff is handmade for us.
I get super offended by that, and I on your behalf too, as well, Lauren, because I know how much work you and I have put into the products in those stores, and it's like that is not from China. Absolutely not.
I was breaking my neck to get stuff done for like the seasonal.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really drives me crazy when they don't see what we put in. I mean, the soap form, like every candle formula is unique. You will not find those scents anywhere else. You won't find the soap scents anywhere else, the incense, any of it. So much of it is very unique.
And all the staff that work for Dark Candles, they're all magical people. So it's not just like, they know what they're doing. They know the intent that has to go into things. They know, why this goes with that. They're not just blindly plugging something in. So
The timing, all those things.
exactly.
Great.
Yeah, we're probably the
Like
only factory
Shannon,
that
do
has
you
a jug
have-
of moon water sitting on.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any moon water around.
Just collected a jug of rainwater. That was fun.
I like to capture rainwater, but rainbow water when it makes a
Ooh.
rainbow.
Somebody wrote
Love
this.
it.
There are so many other states with Salem. They just don't count. It's only one Salem.
No, Oregon.
And especially not Salem, New Hampshire. But I do want to remind people, we do have a dirt line at hexoffenders.live. We want your dirt. We want your tips, especially felonies and other criminal acts. And I do have a list of people I want them. Penzak, Christopher Penzak, any dirt. I want the worst. Like, he's at the top of my list. I want every sick, illegal, horrible thing he's ever done. I don't know if he's ever done anything like that. But if he has.
When the show's over, Christian escapes to his room and goes, "I'll get you, my pretty."
Oh, pretty much. There we go.
And your little dog too.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow? Well, my little pretty, I can confess this too.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of these. Probably my favorite right here.
Most of all, fuck you!
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Uh,
Oh, one.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
And then my
Omen.
that's from Omen, but then this one,
Nothing's in it, just plain ordinary Lipton's tea. You drink it.
Rosemary, drink your tea.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it all.
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
Oh, American Horror Story Coven.
Well, this one is mostly. This is the one for me. This is me.
You are physically repulsive, intellectually retarded, you're morally reprehensible, you're insensitive, selfish, stupid, you have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell. You're not even interesting enough to make me sick.
I know that. What's it from?
It's from the Witches of Eastwick.
Oh,
Cher's character.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So apparently Cher is appearing in the new American Horror Story Coven sequel.
I have heard that. Yeah.
I didn't know
You
that.
dare to argue with me?
Nice.
Oh, I've got every nasty, wicked witch sound.
I just have Twin Peaks clips.
I don't have any.
Naughty Pine.
Yeah.
I hope they bring her back. That's the part that pisses me off. Like the
Isn't
last
she?
one,
I thought she was.
no, but they brought her back as Constance Langdon. I want her to come back as Fiona Good.
Oh.
That's what I want. Like on American Horror Story.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's good. I mean,
I hope so.
the Coven ones usually are. I liked the last one. I didn't like it as much as the first Coven
I
one.
like
but
the first part of it. Oh, the Last Coven. Yeah, I just recently rewatched that. That and Roanoke are actually my favorites. Roanoke is very polarized, but I like that style.
I really liked Roanoke, and so many people didn't like it. I'm like, no.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. Like, I didn't hate it. You want her as Supreme, not Michael's mom. Yeah, I don't care if she comes back as Constance, because Constance is great too. When I look at
I
that,
need to go back and rewatch.
when I look at that ghostly eye, I remember that I was and continue to be a hell of a shot. I Constance was great too, but you need Fiona Good. They need to. They brought everybody else back from hell. That's who they should have brought back from hell.
Yeah, they need Fiona Good.
Shannon, do you have one of those Eufy printers that prints directly on the wood?
No, not yet. That's actually the next purchase.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I've got to get my laser worked on.
And what does it do?
The Eufy printer, it prints the picture directly on the wood.
Do you still have to coat it or shellac it or something?
I would think so.
I'm sure you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a good way to do the pendulum boards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it'd be better than decoupage.
That was always Lori Cabot's favorite thing in the universe.
So here's a question.
Decoupage.
Here's a question for y'all, particularly Lauren.
Okay.
That's here in the South. And I have my past life was in the South, where I overdosed on heroin at age 29.
Is there a way you find a journal for this, or
excuse me, what's up?
How do you find this sort of and why was nobody ever Hitler? They're always either some Civil War soldier or a French maid.
I know. No, this
Marie Antoinette.
No one knew who I was. I bet I was Hitler.
No, this insight came from many different sources, from dreams to visions to hearing songs from the 60s and 70s I'd never heard before, but I knew them. And then many different things, many synchronicities to lead me to that conclusion for the freshest past life. But it was in the American South. Anyway, today, and I posted online today, this little video clip of 3 gorgeous raccoons up in the tree here. I'm in Montana, okay? We don't have many raccoons up here. And they're so cute. And obviously have to get the little animals, the cats, cats and dogs inside and all that, and chickens and stuff. But
they're so nasty. Raccoons carry so many diseases.
Yeah, I better not snuggle on as much as cute as they are. And I posted online, I swear I'm not going to kidnap you for your coon dong. Coon dong.
Why want to know?
I'll tell you later. But then I mentioned that to someone, and they said, "Oh, you can't say the word coon because that's a racial slur." But
Right.
I'm talking about the raccoons. I'm not talking about racial slurs.
Right.
So, do you think just avoid that word entirely, or context, or?
Well, I can sort of speak to that. So when I used to be a karaoke host in a Chinese restaurant, no, this really happened. So this really happened, and there was a lady at the front desk that they were Asian, she was Chinese, and she always wanted me to sing for her, somewhere during the evening, she'd want me to sing "Smoke Gets in Your Eyes." They asked me how my true love was true. That song. And she'd always ask me to do that every week, right? And so my friend China came in, and she would hop around to different karaoke joints and just sing one song, and it was usually "It's Raining Men," and at the time, she was this very tall, very overweight Black woman who eventually had her stomach stapled. Now she's thin and gorgeous. I said, "You're going to have to change your name to Taiwan, because you're just a little piece of China." And so but anyway, she would come in, sing "It's Raining Men," and then she would wait to hear me sing, because she had me sing at her wedding, and she'd like to hear me sing. So she was standing in the doorway to the foyer where the front desk of the Chinese restaurant was. So I get up to sing. China's standing there watching me. I'm yelling past her to the lady at the front desk, whose name was Coon. K-U.
Oh no.
So I yell out, "Hey, Coon, this is for you." So after I sing, I go up to the bar and I've got these people giving me these horrible looks. And I'm like, "Why are you looking at me? You just called that lady." I said, no, that's the woman's name at the front desk. So people thought that I was being racist. So yes, I suppose that you could say the word is not a good word, but what do you do when it's your name?
Yeah.
Like that was her name.
Well, I mean, look at Coons. They changed their name of their store. They changed it to Moons.
Oh yeah, well, that people bitched about that for years, and I don't know why it was. I think that was the name of the. I think that was the person's name.
It was.
I don't think I've ever just said coons when I'm referring to baby raccoons.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
But the lady that bought Moons years ago, like 25 years ago, she bought it, and then eventually it was like, God, she had it for 15 years before she changed the name. But yeah, a lot of people bitched about the name. But what do you do when that's your name?
Yeah, that was her last name.
Swastik, when he comes, when his video wasn't working, and I had to say to the audience, I'm like, I promise this person coming on the screen is not a white supremacist.
I heard you say
that's really his name.
Yeah.
He lives in India. What's he going to do? Change his name? But his name is Swastik.
Swastik's a friend of mine, good friend of mine, and and that's the Sanskrit version of swastika, which is Hindi. So yeah, and of course, it has thousands and thousands of years as a sacred symbol. And
apparently we're not supposed to say Eskimo anymore, but I don't know if I can surrender that. I mean,
Inuit.
They did change the name of Eskimo pie, though. Nobody knows what Inuit is. Like, I'm Gen X. Nobody knows that. You know what I mean? Like, they, usually, like, there's only so much of this I can take.
If the people find it derogatory, I think it needs to be examined.
Oh, for Christ's sake, how far do you go? So, okay, here's an example. We all hear, mind you, every drag queen I knew back in the day used the word TRANNY. I won't say it, but everyone used it. Now you can't use it because, well, that meant you were about to get beat up. And I'm like, well, so did queer.
Yeah.
So did gay. Why did we reclaim? So who decides? You know what I mean? Like, we're going to reclaim a word versus we're going to.
Each generation decides.
Well, I get
have the power.
Does it not sound kind of critical when only certain groups are able to reclaim words and others get to decide we don't reclaim them? Or, in the case of the N-word.
Each new generation, they get to decide. They get on Tumblr or whatever the new little
like I said last week, I mean, I remembered Nutless Wonder was going to sue this elementary school in New Orleans because some black children called his daughter an Eskimo. And I'm thinking, this is one of the hottest cities in America. How likely is your average child in a school in New Orleans to know, it's Inuit now? You know what I mean? Like, the fuck's the tundra? We've got swamps. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I'll go so far. Like last week I said, look, I'm still going to say gay most of the time, but I'm willing to embrace queer a little more if it means I can avoid the ridiculous Wi-Fi password that is LGBTQIA plus. They got 2S and then some anti-abuse organization added this thing that meant abused women or something, and it's like,
it was indigenous women.
No. But what the hell does that have to do? Like,
I know.
Added so many letters. Like, you have to be Stephen Hawking.
It added a lot on, like,
to remember them all, and even then, you only got it. What did Stephen Hawking? I always wanted to know how Stephen Hawking would have phone sex. Hello, baby. No, but like, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not going with the. I'm just not doing it. So if it means if I have to include the rest of the umbrella besides we gays, if there's a reason I need to add other people in and gay and lesbian doesn't apply, or the bisexual, whatever, then I'm just going to say queer because I finally surrender.
Yep, I agree to default to queer is an inclusive space and an accurate space Also.
I don't default to it. I'm saying I'll use it when I need an umbrella. I default to gay.
Well, I prefer LGBTQ plus because plus implies.
Yeah, except they keep adding to it.
Well, that's still in the plus.
But that's not enough. The plus wasn't enough. In fact, they put things after the plus, and it's like, how do you have a plus? And it's like, no, I can't.
It'd be easier if they had like plus to the power of 5 or.
How inclusive do I want to be here? You know,
I was told there would be no math.
I'm saying, bad enough I live part-time I spend part of my life living in a witch ghetto that is Salem. I never wanted to live in the gay. No, I never wanted. I'm using ghetto, by the way, in its original, like the Warsaw ghetto, where they stick them all in a place to get rid of them. No, I never wanted to live in like the gay ghetto because it just, I only like the gay community when I can turn it off. So I never wanted to be stuck in this sort of one, kind of where I have to identify with this, and this. It's like, so even using just gay as an identifier for me is rare because I don't want to be in a box, but now I'm in this, only means two answers,
You're in an octagon, babe.
They did I thought the gay flag was fine enough as it was because it's a rainbow. It automatically represents diversity in the fact that it's every color of the rainbow. But now you add these clashing colors that don't go at all. And the whole thing just looks like a color mess. I get symbolically what it's trying to say, but it sacrificed its aesthetic and that sort of emotional thing that you get when you see a rainbow. Like if you looked up in the sky and the rainbow looked like the new gay flag or the LGBT, you'd be like, oh, that's ugly. Like you wouldn't look in the sky and think that was attractive. And
that's okay. Just coming from an anthropological perspective, that's just social evolution. And it's not saying that
like
things are more important.
You say that like devolution is not on the table. Sometimes we do go backward.
Yeah, we see that now in our country. Yes, I get it. Yeah.
Show us your supernatural comfort food. I don't have supernatural. When I get really in a funk, I have to eat the Chef Boyardee ravioli right out of the can. And sometimes I'll do the spaghetti and meatballs. And the one that Brian really hates is when I get the canned macaroni and cheese, because if you don't heat it, it's got these globulous chunks. And I'm just like,
I wish I could still eat that way. Man, in my younger days, I used to wake up, pop Dr. Pepper, and get a cigarette, and that was my breakfast.
Now I want SpaghettiOs or something.
Lauren, what are your favorite Southern comfort foods?
I love biscuits and gravy.
Ooh,
yeah.
I want that. My husband made American chop suey the other night, which is, I guess, everywhere other than New England called American goulash. It's basically like hamburger. It's like the elbow macaroni, seasoned hamburger, and like some kind of tomato base. It was really good.
Huh.
You have onions in it. I mean, he didn't put the peppers because neither one of us wanted those. My mother would put the peppers in it. I think it's called American goulash everywhere else.
I've never heard that.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Now I want the canned ravioli.
What's that quote? If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. That was
What's that from?
Gino on a British show said that when he was making a true Italian mac and cheese, and the British host, she's like, if you added some ham, it would be like a British carbonara. And he's like, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
On this super
It's
Italian.
I can't stop.
No, you don't understand. We can't supermarket spaghetti anymore. Like we get the dry. I don't know how they dry it. The long drying bronze cut. He'll get it imported from Italy, and if I bought these pre-made meatballs, which he's done too. I do make amazing meatballs, handmade. But I buy them, and so I got a jar of sauce, and he was so upset. How dare you bring this kind of jarred spaghetti sauce? Because he will. And then the other day, he shows me this giant can of the San Marzano tomatoes brought over from Italy, and he was like, "These are the best." It's like literally everything is authentic, and it is very good. It does really well with it. But I think the only time he went overboard was when I opened up the fridge, and there was literally a wheel of Pecorino Romano cheese larger than my head.
I remember when you talked about that.
I remember that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna put anything else in this fucking fridge. But yeah, so I'm glad you guys called in. This is what I want this show to be.
Exactly.
I kind of like this, you don't know what we're going to talk about. And yes, it's mostly magical, but you just never know, and we're trying to mostly avoid politics, which I'm sure Lauren.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
I can't even, and I'm with you, Lauren. I saw you posted about you're not accepting friend requests anymore when they have a page full of political. Same. I can't take it. I don't want.
The world is horrible, and then getting online to hang out with people and enjoy the things they do, and then having that blasted in my face over and over and over.
Yeah.
I'm nervous anyway. So seeing all that stuff, I just can't handle it.
Yeah, I gotta have a break from it.
You really need a break from it. You can't have it be constant. I mean, obviously, I was a politics major. I have incredibly at Brandeis, no less, which is known for being political. But you need a break from it. And plus, if you're not one nowadays, if you go online, there's two political ways of being, and you have to either go to Breitbart or to Huffington Post to find out what you're supposed to think and every talking point. And God help if you deviate.
I'm just me.
Right. And I don't want to have discussions with people that are just parroting somebody else's ideals and not anything else. Can you guys post Lauren and Raven's? Well, that's smart. What are your websites?
Who said that? Who's the smart person?
What?
Who's the smart person that said that?
Somebody. Elvira?
Oh, Brian. Hi. Oh, hi, Brian Zeller in Seattle.
Mine is primwitchery.com.
And I'm ravendigitalis.com. Raven like the bird and digitalis like the fox plant.
Let me see if I can do this. Create a banner. Primwitchery.com.
Yes.
Surprised you also don't own Primitive Witchery.
I do.
Oh.
Prim Witchery goes to Primitive Witchery. It's just easier to spell for people.
Let me see if adding this banner does something.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
God, isn't that special? I don't know. I'm still learning
He's so
how.
techie.
No, I'm still.
Right, we're at 2 minutes, Christian.
Well, I would like to say that we have only 2 cabins left on the Oro boat trip to Egypt. Hint, hint.
Cassandra said that she signed up.
Yeah, she's going. Yeah, no, so we only have 2 cabins left on the boat. TheMagicOfTheNile.com. Right. Curated trip to Egypt. We're going to have all sorts of rituals and things on the boat, and classes. Like Hala is a master's in Egyptology and follows the teachings of Ma'at. And, we'll be teaching about Isis and Sekhmet and Ma'at on the boat. And we'll also, of course, be visiting all sorts of temples and pyramids, everything else. And so anyway, thank you all for joining us. And thank you, Raven. I love that tattoo. That's cool.
Thank you.
And
I like the nail polish. That's a good color.
Next week, I promise.
What's the quote from Devil Wears Prada? That's not purple. That's
a cerulean.
It's cerulean.
Cerulean.
It's not
yeah.
blue. It's not lapis. It's cerulean. Where you picked it out from some bargain bin from a pile of stuff. I can't wait till that comes. Oh, is everybody excited for Practical Magic?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Too. So am I. Anyway, thank you all. I promise we won't have echo.
I promise. I promise.
It makes
No, Shannon.
It makes my brain break. All right. Good night, everybody, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you all. See you again.